Okay, welcome back everyone. This is a re-record. I recorded the video before and went through every part of the process step by step, but and saved the song. And I'm not willing to go back and recreate all these steps, so I will show you what I've done. I actually used the keyboard back here to add in drum parts into the song, and actually what I've done is I've added a whole nother drum track in here, and I used the same kit as before, so that I can keep the sound consistent. So excuse me just a second. So what I've done is as I've went through the song, I looked at places that needed a little more drum work, and I used the step editor here. It's actually, you can edit each part of the performance one line at a time, and adjust the volume here so that you can move. For instance, if you want to move this little drum beat here back, you can, and it sound weird, but it'll put it back to where it needs to be. So we'll go from the beginning and check out some of the things that I've done. And I didn't change a lot on the intro of the song. You can see down here at the bottom, it's tracking the drum performance, and that's what basically MIDI is. You just do the performance, and then the computer or your sequencer records the performance, and then you can map sounds to each keystroke that you've done on your synthesizer or your keyboard. So it records your performance, but it doesn't record sounds, so you can modify it later. But in this case, I'm using the sounds that I get from Naughty Seal software. They're Perfect Drums software, and it's really good. I highly recommend it as a for drum software. It's reasonably priced too. So music starts. What I've done is I actually added some parts to the snare and kick section here before I added this Perfect Drums track. You can hear that little section there before the guitar part that kicks in here. I decided I needed a little bit of variation there, so I added a couple extra snares. And a cymbal crash right there. Actually, let me double check that. Yeah, there's a cymbal crash. Or I could solo this and give y'all a make it more audible. So what I decided to do is is I noticed that I was cluttering up these tracks here with too many layers, is making it hard to edit because I would add a layer on top of this, and while you could hear both, the editing got a little bit cluttered, so I decided to create another drum track, and by doing that I could add the fills and things in on this track, and it would make it easier to move them around and edit. So you can see on this coming through here. As this steps down, basically it was a tom fill, and let me solo that. So that gives you an idea of what was added in to the transition part where I start the various chord changes. Accent cymbal crashes on there. What I've done there, I actually took what I had recorded earlier and added in, basically copied and pasted it over because I don't like the way it sounds. So, but I actually may add let's see. So I'm going to actually insert a little bit right there. Little snare. Just a couple beats. So let's look at what I did. And yeah, that's right on the money there. So you'll hear a little bit of snare sound going in there. So yeah, that sounds actually good. I'm actually going to go where I added that, did that the last time. Right here, and do the same thing. So yeah, that sounds a little bit more realistic. You would start a roll like that, I'm thinking, on the snare, and then move into the toms. So yeah, I think cymbal crash there. So you can see what I've done there. I actually jumped the gun a little bit and got the note a little bit ahead of the downbeat there, or the first beat. So just move it that way, and we'll hear it again. These fills in here to add a little more interest. They're just basically 3-note pop pop pop, and just to give it a little bit more pop in it. At the end here, I decided to throw in on the extra channel some light brush type cymbal sound, and just quantized it so that it was on the 16th, or on the each quarter note, and solo that and get it so you can hear what it sounds like. Whoops, did the wrong one. Okay, so it's basically just a little accent piece there. And I can cut it off to the very end. A little measure at the end with 4 notes, which leaving a little bit more on the last note. So actually I might even make it a little longer just to see what it sounds like. Whoops. Yeah, let it trail off a little bit longer. So it wasn't a whole lot of work to do there, just add a little interest here and there, and lead into some of the chord changes and some of the accents, some of the more interesting parts, and add a little interest in to the drum track. So that's where we're at now. I'm going to go ahead and save this, and a couple little announcements coming up. I'll be changing the name of the channel. I've already changed the name of the channel. You might have noticed it's called Making Music. I started this series as a one-off, but I realized this is more my passion than just starting over and playing guitar. I always enjoy making music altogether. So I'll be doing all kinds of music and production with my studio, and continuing to improve on my guitar playing and things like that, which needs a lot of improvement, don't get me wrong. But I'll also be focusing on just making music in general, and the processes I go through and the thought processes in writing songs. And I got some new graphics coming for my channel, and a new logo videos will be made soon. And also I'm looking to upgrade my software maybe to the Pro version and give me more access to sample libraries and synthesizer sounds and production tools that I don't have right now. This has been a great software. I'm using Cubase Elements, which is one of the least expensive versions you can get, and it has a ton of stuff. Don't get me wrong; it's done everything I need it to do. But around the first of the year, I'll probably be upgrading to the Pro version, and which will give me access to a lot more functionality. So I look forward to getting into that, and I hope you've been enjoying this process. This will probably be the last video before I mix it down and just do a compilation video of all the music that I've recorded here so far, and put it into a single video with a completed song completely mixed down. The next song I plan on doing is the one I wrote many years ago, and it's going to actually include vocals and things like that. Hey everybody, Jonathan here on Making Music, and I'm here in a little western town. Actually, I got cut off on the end of the video, and so I just wanted to remind everybody to like and subscribe, and to please come back often, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And I'll be starting a new Making Music series with a new song with vocals and everything, so please come back, and I hope you had a good time. I'll be wrapping this song up and doing a mixed down video with a sort of a compilation of all the videos so far. So to see you then.